What up, fam? So you want to know what the number one strategy for mastering SUP, not just safely but confidently? Get a SUP lesson. I'm actually surprised how many people come up to me and ask me, is there a real reason to take a SUP 101 lesson? Like, they don't understand why I do what I do or how I even make money doing what I do. And I tell you like this. All of us can like go into a car and just go and drive, like without any experience, without anybody showing us what to do. Like, let's just take the car for a joyride without any driver's ed. Now, some of us might actually be able to catch on, but the truth is that most of us are going to crash. I've seen so many people paddle backwards, like the board is backwards. They're paddling with the back end forward. I've seen them paddle with the board upside down, which I don't even know how that's possible. I've seen people paddle plenty of times with the paddle itself backwards. And so that's the point of the SUP 101 lesson, to prevent you from doing all those things. Until you really get into those situations and it's you that needs to know how to maneuver high winds, rip currents, waves, falling off the board. I've seen people who have actually bought boards and not even learned how to actually get back on the board until they take a SUP lesson with me and then realize, oh shit, I can't get back on my board. I was like, guess what, boo-boo? It's the ocean. There's animals in there. I'm not going to name them, but you would have been shark bait, ooh ha ha. And that's where I come in. So basically, how to stand up, how to get on and off the board, how to do effective turning, how to do basic stroke techniques. Usually you learn the universal call for distress on the water, some safety, ocean risk management. I go above and beyond. I do mindset. A lot of the people I realize are putting some faith in me, getting them on the water. I've actually taken people out on the water who don't know how to swim. I used to be aquaphobic. Like, I had anxiety attacks when I used to go into pool water. So forget ocean water. Like, I know exactly what kind of faith they're putting in me. Before we even get on the water, you are spending some time with me. You know what to do in an emergency situation. You know what to do if you need help to get my attention. You know how, all the places that you should be avoiding. You know how to read the water. You know how to read the tide. You know what time of the tide is going to be changing for our specific lesson. And we talk about all that. You know where to stand on the board, whether you're sitting, kneeling, or standing. You know how to hold the paddle correctly. You know how to do a basic stroke technique, all before we hit that water. I teach you, guess what? It's okay, because one, you already know how to do it, and two, you've already proven to yourself that you know how to do it. So it's like bing, bang, bada bing, and it ends up being so much more fun. And then when you come back for an additional lesson, we go into more advanced stroke techniques. A lot of people just assume that it has to do with strength and power, and I tell you off the bat, it has nothing to do with that. Shape. It has more to do with technique than it does with actual physical strength. And I teach you that. I teach you how to paddle effectively so that you do not get tired out on that water. I teach you how to effectively get back on your board if you're a beginner and you're falling off because you're trying, because you're being brave, because I see you. We know how to get back on the board without getting exhausted. So that's good, that even though with every fall, it just is a matter that we're getting better, okay? And that we're trying, and trying is half the battle. Trying is actually fun. Falling in the water is fun. Like, I teach you all these things so that when you leave, honey, not only do you feel fat, but you feel fabulous after our SUP lesson. A SUP lesson. If you've never taken one before, just do it. Even though in Oki, you know how to get a hold of me, Kadena Marina. That's where I host my SUP lessons. And something is special is coming up. You can read that in the captions. Stay fat, stay fabulous, and stay beautiful.